like the back and forth now with our two spaces. You seem to have more room here, though.
Yeah, there's a little bit more room, but I kind of like that little intimate setting there at your place. We're a little bit more. We're closer.
Are you saying it's a small place, or?
I'm saying it's just more of an intimate.
I'm sorry,
setting.
I don't have like this castle here. Right?
It's not a castle.
I think it's pretty good when I got there. A little office.
It's nice.
I was able to transform it into
it.
something.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I don't think like you sound like you like it. Dumb fans, you got Harp, you got Amro. Dumb Fan Sports Show. We don't have the logo up here, but we have Championship Weekend. We're here talking everything that's transpired over the past weekend in terms of the finals. Yeah, the NHL finals. Yeah, the NBA finals. And I'll be honest, both games were pretty exciting, actually.
Yeah, they were. Disappointing to see that it didn't go further. I mean, I thought it was going to be a boring series.
I was glad.
I know you wanted Carolina, but I just wanted a good series, and it was a good series. And that's why I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't go to Game 7. Like, just to kind of, the entertainment-wise, it was all there. We had goal scoring, goaltending at the end of the series, and the better team won.
I was glad it didn't go 7 because it was going to be getting very boring. It looked like Carolina had found their footing. And make sure to like and subscribe, guys. Let us know your comments about what you thought of the finals. We're a few days removed now from that, so we wanted to chat a little bit about it. I think by the time Carolina got to Game 4, they were playing their level of hockey, where it was a two-way game, suffocating, quick puck movement, to the point where I just don't think Vegas had the team structure to really combat that. They couldn't make any adjustments.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, the adjustments. I think Carolina played their type of game the whole series. And then at the end of the series, Anderson not in net, Bussy in net. Maybe that was the difference. But yeah, Vegas just couldn't get anything. Maybe they were tired. Carolina was definitely playing a lot less games than Vegas did throughout the playoffs.
I think they probably played one or two games less.
More than one or two. I mean,
makes a difference. Well, I mean, we look at in terms of what was their longest series for Vegas. I think Anaheim was their longest series.
That went to 6?
6 games, yeah.
And then they played.
So they had.
You're
swept
right. Yeah.
Utah in the first round.
No, they didn't sweep Utah.
Oh, was it 5?
That one went to 6-2.
Was that 6 games as well?
Yeah, so 6-6, but then they swept Colorado.
So they'll probably play 2 more games.
Yeah.
And
but they had Carolina had that 13, 14 day break.
That's what happens when you sweep your opponents in the first and second rounds. Yeah, this would look like it was a situation. I love what Rod Brindamore said. He said that it was our time. And it was our time, and he was so excited to see the guys win it. Like, he wanted to win it for them. But it didn't look like Carolina really had a lot of issues. I mean, Vegas gave them a go for the first 4 games, I think, but only because, really, if you think about it, Anderson might have been one of the goalies that was favorable for Vegas because they can get some pucks by him. They didn't have any answers for Bussy.
Yeah, they didn't. Should Brindamore still be playing? Did you see him?
He looks so good.
He's ripped.
Yeah. He looks really.
The guy's in. He's in form. He's in shape. He's game shape.
I think it's pretty remarkable for a community where a guy won it for you as a player, and then won it for you as a coach. That's insane to me. I mean, he'd have to go and become the general manager to complete the hat trick there. But that's such a great story. I think that when you hear the guys talk about Brindamore, it's like they're talking about a hockey dad. Like, he's just he's kind of firm but fair, and I can't imagine a place to play like Carolina, which would just seem like boring to me. Like it was for a lot of players, they were like, I don't want to play here. And one of them, notably, Rantanen didn't want to play there.
Mitch Marner didn't want to get traded there.
Because you got to go there. It's one thing to go play in Carolina, but then you got to play the Brindamore system.
Yeah.
Which is, Taylor Hall was saying that, I think you mentioned to me that, he wasn't...
he wasn't in shape.
Wasn't in shape, yeah.
He wasn't in shape for the way that Carolina plays. And I think we talked about this like early on in the playoffs as well. The scariest Carolina Hurricane was Brindamore.
Yeah.
And he's not even on the ice. It's just it's his system and it's his team. And that's what showed up this playoffs.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, I posted on our Instagram just a side by side of him.
Yeah,
from the cup.
yeah.
I mean, it really is an interesting program because the coach really is the model there. I know Eric Tulsky is like sort of like the brains behind the whole operation because they're all big about like analytics and getting the most out of their players. You look at a guy like Slavin, who has like cut his teeth there, and now he's probably the most revered defensive defenseman in the league. I'd argue you could have made an argument for him to be a Conn Smythe winner. That's how effective he was. Jack Eichel had no answers whatsoever. Like he was like every time he's on the ice, he's there and he can't do anything.
And he does it quietly. Like there's you don't hear his name that much. And for a defensive defenseman, that's what you want. You don't want to be heard, or you don't want your name out there because you're doing your job then.
Yeah.
And stopping the big guys like Eichel, and even in the past series, like that first line of Montreal had nothing.
I've been curious to see what would have happened if they decided to go to Hill at any point in those games. I don't think Hart was necessarily bad in net. I just thought a different look would have been interesting. That being said, I just don't think that, even when the beginning of the series, I thought Carolina was actually the better team, and we may mention that in our past videos. You can find us on YouTube. Just go watch them. And I thought, it was one of those situations where I just felt like you could see who the better team was. Vegas probably, again, had more top-heavy players who could take over a game or could surprise you, but I just thought that system was not going to allow them to do that. They weren't going to allow Vegas to just take this from them. There was so much that lined up for Carolina this year to go into those playoffs and try favorable matchups.
Yeah.
You know, Ottawa, I keep forgetting that Ottawa was in the playoffs. Everybody did. They forgot too. I said, oh yeah, weren't we like in the first round? I feel like we were there. He's like, yeah, I don't think we were there.
but even besides the favorable matchups, they deserved it this year. From the top down, like you're talking about, it starts with Brindamore, and then it starts with this guy right here, Jordan Stahl.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He wins the Conn Smythe, well deserved.
I thought it was the right choice. Yeah.
Yeah, he had an unreal finals.
Yeah.
Even throughout the playoffs, but the finals he really showed up. And so did Taylor Hall, but I mean, I think Stahl was
Mr. Dependable all the way through.
Yeah.
But that's essentially Carolina hockey. You got to be dependable. You have to be pulling on the same rope. There's no weak links. Everyone does their job, and if you don't do your job, then you're not playing. And it's just hard to. You could have picked really anybody on that Carolina team, and you wouldn't have been wrong, because that's just how effective they are. They were $12 million under the cap.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That is crazy to me.
Crazy to me that I heard this. I was like, what? But it makes sense because they have been outspent by the guys who beat them. Like Florida beat them the past 2 years. Florida wasn't in the playoffs this year. So might have been a different story if you had a healthy Florida team. Maybe I would have seen Carolina go to the Eastern Finals. If Florida met them there, different story. But that's not. You can only play who is in front of you.
Yeah, and even if Florida did make it, I think this team this year just you can't say that. That's
Colorado or Carolina.
It doesn't matter.
Colorado.
Who won the cup?
I can see. We have his face up there. We have his face up there. I know who won the cup.
So they deserve it. There's no this team or that team. They deserve it.
I just said you can only play who's in front of you, but it's sport and we're idiot fans. Okay, so I can talk about hypotheticals. Colorado or Florida in that final, it's a different situation.
You never know. I still stick. Hey.
McKinnon, McCarr healthy. Is it Vegas? Is it Vegas in the West?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
What happened. Carolina wins. They deserved it. That's the bottom line.
They won.
It doesn't matter about all these what ifs.
It was the biggest celebration for an hour and a half. Coast to coast. You can tell. Look at Gary Bettman. He's there. He's like. Okay, well, we've got the draft next week, so that's pretty good. He's probably announcing that while he's handing out the cup. Stay tuned for the draft. It's going to be next week. We have a lot of exciting things happening. Never mind this. So, good for them. Good for Jordan Stahl. That's incredible. Like, he goes and wins a cup with Pittsburgh, comes back. Him and Eric Stahl are cemented in the history of the lore of the Carolina
for
Hurricanes.
sure.
That's crazy. That's
For
so
sure.
crazy to see that. Because, Eric Stahl wasn't that far removed from Jordan.
No, it wasn't.
And
did they play together?
They played together for a period of time
They
in Carolina.
did, yeah.
But they didn't. When he moved on, Jordan stayed, and he was very emotional, talking about staying and being a part of that effort. It's incredible when you have a business plan and you execute and you don't waver. And it took 8 years. I think Brandon Moore even said that we had injury issues, so you need everyone to be healthy. It'd be crazy to think that they could have walked away with maybe another cup.
Yeah.
But you gotta, again, I just keep going back to the fact is that you're $12 million under the cap. I do think that it's a problem that you can't keep star players in your organization. I guess in this case they proved everybody, at least for this offseason, they'll be like, no, screw you. we figured it out, and we didn't need to spend any money. What's money?
And I think that tells you a lot about what Rob Brindamore brought to the team. Is he's got. I mean, they could have spent Rob Brindamore, and his coaching style, everybody bought in, and even being $12 million under the cap, they're still a championship team.
Yeah,
like his style of play is just. It's just pure hockey. That's how it's supposed to be played.
Yeah, I mean, very much man on man, strong against the boards, very little in the neutral zone. And then obviously good pieces. Good pieces that don't cost you a lot of money too. Freaking Stankoven. I had him I drafted him. And he didn't. That wasn't the same guy. Okay, at the beginning of the season, what we saw there, him and Jackson Blake and Taylor Hall. They don't answer that line.
That line was
nobody
so
had to answer
good.
for that line.
And they could keep everybody. This same team could do it again next year.
Absolutely, they could, and they could add. I would be curious to see what this offseason looks like because I think a lot of guys are going to want to line up.
Now people are going to want to come to Carolina. This is what they needed.
Maybe it's what they needed. They're all going to have to go to the gym and get in shape. But that is part of it, and that's just what happens when you win. You become a destination spot. I don't know if there's any lessons to be learned here, other than the fact they're going to be competitive again next year. And again, on paper, as long as you get some breaks your way, you have a shot at it. But there's going to be a healthy Florida next year. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
There's going to be some teams that are going to correct. Ottawa's coming back.
Hey, everybody's resetting.
Yeah.
But these guys are the champs now.
They're the champs.
And then that's who everybody's got to beat.
Yeah, and then we'll forget about this as soon as next week when it comes to them. I think when it comes to a team like Carolina, I just want to make this point as well. That when you're rebuilding, this would probably be like close to the model you would want, right? Because if you look at guys like Stankoven, you look at Jackson Blake, you look at Slavin, you look at Aho, Svechnikov, these are stars, and they've proven to be stars. Jarvis is now a star. I'll give him that. Okay, Jarvis is a star.
He was on Team Canada. He was a star before. Now I don't know why this put you over the top of. Now you have to say that.
I mean, his contributions were pretty far margin in terms, but you're part of a winning team. He was a star on a winning team. This is probably the model. This is probably what you want to be if you're like Chicago, for instance, with a Bedard, or you're San Jose with Celebrini.
Or Vancouver with Pettersson.
No chance. That's a
But this is what you build for. Like young guys just properly groomed.
Yeah, in a system very much like the Detroit model.
Yeah,
early 2000s. They would just leave guys in there, and Detroit's having some huge issues right now. It's not the same organization. Larkin's out requesting a trade.
Larkin's out, and he's only given him 3 teams.
Yeah, 3 teams. Yeah, well, we're gonna touch on that in another video for sure when it comes to player movement, the draft. But really cool to see Carolina. Well, congrats to Carolina. On that note, let's shift gears here to New York Knicks. They go ahead and win it. They win their first title. They've been back 27 years after the fact, making their return. They go ahead and get it done in 5 games against a very young Spurs team. I don't know how else to describe it.
Could this be the best thing for the NBA to happen? I mean,
100%.
I mean, the NBA. For me personally, I haven't followed much of it this year.
Yeah, you don't watch a lot.
No, I don't. But in the playoffs, obviously, it gets more exciting. And now with the New York Knicks winning, this just put NBA back on the map.
Yeah.
Like having a team like this was needed. And not saying that the NBA is rigged or anything, but
It is.
San Antonio with these big leads and then New York coming back being that hero type of team.
Honestly, game 4, crazy. That was the biggest comeback.
That's 29 points.
29 points.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then Jalen Brunson, 45 points in game 5. They were up 17 in the first half. Spurs. This is what it looked like to me. The only way this would have been better for the NBA.
If it happened in New York.
If it happened in New York, but also if they were facing off against the Lakers.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Two big markets.
Yeah,
but for whatever the reason, I don't know what it was, just bad luck or whatever the case, the New York market seems to really suffer with a winning team. And now you have pandemonium in New York because the Knicks won. This is huge for ratings. This is big for your marketability. Overshadowing a little bit of the NHL. I'll be honest. I thought that you have like a New York market that's so popular.
Yeah.
Especially now. That's what you need to have, and I think that's a model that every commissioner would hope to have with their product. But good for the Knicks. I thought that it was just a fairly gully effort. The chemistry these guys have going back to Villanova. They won a championship with Villanova, and then I think Brunson actually won it twice with Towns. I don't think Hart moved on the second time, but he's a two-time national champion. And then they get them all back together to play
Yeah,
for the
that's
Knicks.
crazy.
That's a great story.
And OG comes to New York.
And Jalen Brunson's dad is the assistant coach.
Yeah, is he? I didn't know that.
He played for the Knicks too.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's so much alike, right?
Yeah.
NHL just needs to just pay attention to what's going on here. Get some dads behind the bench. Okay.
Like a LeBron, what he's doing in LA, he's bringing his son up. Now you got Jalen, his dad playing coaching.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really, really cool to see. I'd say good for the Knicks. Good for New York. They were. Did you see some of the videos?
I saw some of it. It looks like Vancouver to me.
I always said that if Vancouver won the Stanley Cup in 2011,
it would be the same.
Yeah, it would probably be the same. But probably more property damage, actually.
Yeah.
I'd be there, flipping cars, my shirt's off. I'd be going crazy, absolutely crazy. But riots are just a part of sports, okay? Because the majority of the fans are dumb. Okay? And they want to destroy things. We want an excuse to do that. How many times are you constantly walking around and being like, I can't do this, I can't do that. But when your team wins a championship, you can do whatever you want. Right? We were in Seattle when they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
With
Seattle.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Right? Now, not the recent ones. Well, it was when the Legion of Boom was still kicking, and it was up right at their prime. They were Coach Carroll.
2012, 2013.
Yeah, we were on a guys trip. And we saw them win, and it was pandemonium. I was a little disappointed. Not a lot in the way of property damage.
Yeah, it was a controlled riot. Like it was just everybody having a good time.
The Pacific Northwest doesn't know how to have a good time.
That's what you want. You want a safe, good time.
I want to feel dangerous. Okay, I want to be able to walk down the street and be like, I could get stabbed or something. Because your team just won, and that's. I mean, if you look at
New York, that's exactly what's happening.
Arrested.
There are fights.
Yeah.
Fights are happening everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think that and I was talking to I think I was talking to you about this. I thought San Antonio was gonna win that next game, and then New York was gonna win back in New York, which may have been worse for the city of what would have happened rather than them winning in San Antonio and then coming to New York.
Yeah, I mean, there's the adage to that, but also it's like you have an opportunity to win, you're just going to win.
Yeah, you're going to win.
San Antonio, to their credit, this is a very important experience because you have to lose before you can win. And I think that in this case, Wemby lost and learned why they lost. You can put up numbers, but playing a style that's conducive to all four quarters is very important, especially when it comes to defense. And there's a lot of looks there he didn't look great on, and Jalen Brunson, they've had a few cracks at this where they finally broke through and were able to do this. So
they're a young team, San Antonio. They're gonna win their championships.
Yeah, I agree. So let us know your thoughts. Do you guys like property damage when your team wins, or do you not like property damage? I'm of two minds. So let us know your thoughts. Make sure to like, subscribe us. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're setting up different homes to try and get you guys the content. Sweet content. Give us your thoughts. Amro, Harp, Dumb Fans.